everyone.
Hello.
Good afternoon, and welcome back to Reference Roundtable. And today we have another episode of It Came from the Bookdrop. So yes, so as you can see, we have a whole host of items that were returned today, actually. So Cirque is like up on their shelving, so we
had to wait.
Yeah,
we had to wait around.
We waited. So if you returned anything downtown today, there's a good chance it might be in this mix here. So let's get started. Who wants to grab first?
I think it's only fair that you go first.
Well, I can. What do we got here? I'll just pick what's on the top here. And this is a DVD, and it's called The Last Kingdom.
It's a TV show.
Okay, yeah, it's a season 5. So I don't know much about this show. Do you, Lacey?
Yes.
Okay.
We love that show in my family, so we've seen every single episode.
Oh.
It is about a guy who is English, was raised with the Vikings, but he comes back to England to take his rightful place, sort of thing. It's set in like the year 800. It's a long time ago.
Okay.
It's maybe 900. I don't know. It's many years ago.
Yeah, interesting.
So we have some really good TV shows like that.
All of the seasons.
Because I think that's a Netflix show, so you'd have to have Netflix if you wanted to see it. Or you could come to the library for free.
Check it out for free. Cool.
It's like somebody brought back a copy of South Dakota Magazine. And even though Sioux City Public Library, we're technically for the Iowa part of Sioux City, we still have a lot of patrons who visit South Dakota a lot since they're our next door neighbors. And so we have a lot of really cool regional interest magazines like this. We get the Iowan as well, I believe. Mm-hmm. So if you're looking for some inspiration for like day trips for the summer, I would maybe check out South Dakota Magazine because you'll find stuff within driving distance.
All right, this one calls to me. This is A Way of Life 2, Stories from the Yards by Marcia Poole.
Ooh,
It's kind of hard to see it, but it is, of course, about the Sioux City Stockyards.
Wow.
So very, very local, full of info, tons of pictures. So if you're interested about the stockyard history of Sioux City, of course, we have all kinds of Sioux City history things. That's just one of our many books we have on the history of the area.
And that's in the local history collection.
Yeah.
Right?
We have several books by Marcia Poole, so
Yes,
Cool.
definitely.
they're all really cool. All right, I'm going to grab this next one that's on top, and this is called Dress Code, A Man's Guide to Personal Style, and it looks like it was put out by Esquire magazine. And I think it just looks really cool because there's tons of pictures.
Oh, and styling
And I
tips
love
too.
fashion. So yeah,
Donald
Childish
Glover.
Gambino. Yeah, Donald Glover. This is
Same
his real
person.
name. But yeah. So it looks like there's some stars in here, some regular people. So yeah.
If you need help on how to dress.
It's nice to see a style guide for the guys because we don't always
So
get
it's
that.
like fashion for women. So
That's a nice one.
cool.
I'm glad we have it.
Yeah.
This one I'm excited about. I'm going to have to read it myself. It's The Rise and Reign of the Mammals, A New History from the Shadow of the Dinosaurs to Us. And this is by the author of The Rise and Fall of the Dinosaurs, which I believe I've talked about in Reference Roundtable. I know some of our viewers really, really enjoyed The Rise and Fall of the Dinosaurs. This is his brand new book. It basically starts up where the dinosaurs left off, and I believe it goes like almost up until today. So, but it's like going to be all like the saber-toothed tigers and mammoths and things like that. So that one looks really good.
Cool.
All right. You know I have to talk about this one because it's a book in Spanish.
Ooh.
It's Las Uvas de la Ira by John Steinbeck, which of course is Grapes of Wrath, but in Spanish. So we do have quite a decent selection of books by obviously like classic authors, but we do have quite a few Latino authors in Spanish as
That's
well.
really cool.
So yeah.
Yeah, that is cool.
I like the cover too.
All right.
Never heard of that one.
You haven't?
No, what is
Well,
that?
Tell us all about
Next
it.
is Harry Potter, and this is the very first Harry Potter book, and obviously it's still extremely popular. As
They
always.
check out the books and the movies all the time.
all the
constantly.
time. I think new readers, people reread them. It's just I'm ashamed to say I've never read Harry Potter.
I read that first one. I think that was about it.
This came out
Never
in
read Harry
1997.
Potter. Never watched Shrek.
No, I've never read Harry Potter.
What a sad life we've lived.
Yeah,
If it was
just
popular.
deprived.
Anything popular 20 years ago.
No, I was just a rebel. Like, nope, not for me.
This one is another classic. This is like a queer classic. It's Patricia Highsmith's The Price of Salt. You may recognize it, though, by the name of Carol, that Cate Blanchett movie that came out a few years ago. It had a lot of Oscar buzz.
She's also the author of The Talented Mr. Ripley.
Oh,
If you're
yeah.
familiar with those. That
And
movie.
Strangers on a Train. So it was originally published under a pseudonym because it's a lesbian love story. And it was so controversial to publish something like that in 1952. But since then, it's been attributed. And if you like the movie Carol, this is the book that movie's based off of.
Cool.
I love this because this may look familiar if you are a constant viewer. Girls Before Earls. This is a brand new book, and I think we unboxed it a couple of weeks ago when we were showing off the new book. So now it's in the collection. You can check it out, put holds on it. And apparently somebody did. So I'd love to hear what they thought about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So I would love to think that someone watched our unboxing and then like went and put it on hold
And
immediately
And
then
it's the
read
first in a new series. So if they liked it,
That's the one with all
they'll
the
be more
puns,
confident.
it. Yeah.
Yes, what a
So
Earl wants.
catchy.
Yeah.
Goofy.
You know what? This is
Wait.
one too.
Yeah.
This is another one we unboxed called Digging Up Love. So cool.
That cover is awesome.
I love it. I love
That's
it
the
too.
cake and
This is like the
paleontology one?
cake.
I'm gonna
A
have to
baker.
read that.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good summer book.
There's some really clever romances these days. So
I am going to do these three at once because I'm going to have probably the same thing to say about all of them. Unless any of you are familiar with these artists.
I don't even know
I
what
don't
they
know
are.
what they are.
See. So this one is Ferris and Sylvester's Superhuman.
Nope.
This one is the Old Crow Medicine Show's Paint This Town.
I've
And-
heard of them. But
Me
I
too.
don't-
And this one, the title is Skinty Fio or Fia. I'm gonna look so ignorant, but
it's hard to tell sometimes.
sometimes it's hard to tell. It's a pop rock CD. Anyway,
Mhm.
all three of these are brand new music CDs. So yes, the library still gets music CDs. So I know it's almost like a vintage medium now.
Mhm.
Not a lot of you might not even have CD players in your car anymore, but it's kind of fun to sit down and listen to a full album. And we have a really good selection.
We have a good variety.
Yeah, so if you come to the downtown library, come in the west entrance. It's right there when you walk in. So you have to check out a music CD sometime. And if you have a CD player in your car, pop it in for a road trip.
Yeah. And I this is my little tip. Even if you don't have a CD player, it's kind of cool to look through what we have and then like download it on your Apple Music,
Yeah.
like to discover new music that you might not have known about.
And I don't know if it's true for all of them, but if you have a gaming system, like an Xbox or
Oh, yeah.
PS4 or 5, I'm pretty sure they still play CDs. Don't quote me on that, but I know they used to.
Yeah.
So maybe
like-
worth a shot.
All the joy of flipping through the record at the vinyls at the record store.
Mhm.
All right. So this one, I've actually read this one. I think you've read this one too.
I haven't
Um,
read that one. I've
did you
read
read the
other
guest
books.
list?
Yep.
Okay, this is The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley. She also wrote The Guest List. Both of these were pretty huge bestsellers when they came out. They're very thrillery. Somebody dies. Who did it? Is somebody else going to die? Kind of stories. They're just a lot of fun, and they read really fast if you're looking for kind of something a little spooky to.
Her newest one, The Paris Apartment, just came out recently.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
That one's,
Mhm.
I just read
I
that
have
one.
not read
was-
that one.
That was very good. So I should go back and read that one because
I
I do like her
recognize her.
stuff.
I recognize her by the font. I feel like
Mhm.
that font,
Yep.
like it's the Lucy
That's
Foley
her font.
Yeah, for sure.
My titles.
All right, we'll go with this one. James Patterson.
Of course.
There's always a James Patterson in the book drop because he has a million books and he comes out with a million books. How many books do you think he comes out with every month? At least two.
I think
like
it's
there's
2 a
at least
month.
two.
I would say
Yeah.
around
But then if
two.
you put like the book shots and the ebook only things in there too.
He does kids' books as well, like middle
He has a
grade
memoir
kids'
coming
books.
out.
His memoir's out.
Is it
yeah,
out?
It's
Okay.
on order. He just did a really controversial interview too. You'll have to
Oh.
look that up. I'm not going to go into specifics because it is really
I
controversial.
know what you're. Yep. I saw
But
that.
he's in the hot water at the moment.
Uh-oh. Well, anyway, people love him. So of his books anyway.
He is an institution for
Mhm.
sure. I'm gonna go with this one, though I should do that one later, so save that one for me. But this caught my eye. This is Disney's Cinderella with Lily James. It's one of the first of their also really controversial live action remakes of Disney classics. But I feel like this one was early enough that it was still kind of like a new idea. It's got Cate Blanchett and Helena Bonham Carter in it. And then the costuming story behind Cinderella's dress in this movie is really, really fascinating. I think Lily James was injured in wearing it because it was such an intense garment.
Oh my goodness.
But you have to like look at all the layers in the skirt of this dress. It's a really beautiful costume piece.
Cool. All right. I don't know anything about this one, but I'll just go for it. It's a Minecraft book. If you know anybody under the age of 25 or you have a child, you've heard of Minecraft.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a 35-year-old who has no children, and I've heard of Minecraft. And of course, it's a huge computer game. It has spawned all kinds of stuff. We have a ton of books. This is like actually like a chapter book where you can like read a story. But we do have, I know, graphic novels and things like that. So I mean, there's Minecraft everything.
Like how-to books too. Like
like how to play the
guides.
games and things like that. So
Yeah.
everything Minecraft.
All right, I'll go with this one because I recently read this one. It's The Golden Couple by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Panikin, and it's a thriller. It was pretty good. It's a thriller.
They did another thriller. I don't remember what it's. Oh yes, The Wife Between Us.
The Wife Between Us.
I knew it had a blue cover.
Yeah.
That's all.
They do. They write thrillers and they are pretty good.
Why is the name Greer Hendricks so familiar to me?
Well, she's an author. I don't know.
That could be why. I do work in a library.
Right?
So this was one of our book club titles a few months ago. I want to say it was like maybe March. And it is Cultish, The Language of Fanaticism by Amanda Montell. And this has been like one of the most popular nonfiction books to come out in the last year. It's a really fascinating read. Don't let the name Cultish deter you. A lot of people in book club really enjoyed it who were skeptical going into it. On the other hand, if you've watched things like Under the Banner of Heaven, Wild Wild Country, any of those documentaries on things like Heaven's Gate or Jonestown on Netflix, I know those are super popular. You're going to love this book because it just kind of touches on all of that, but then also gets into like the multi-level marketing stuff or super trendy like workout stuff. Like
I talked about a book on Jonestown one time on I don't remember what it was called, but it was like specifically about Jim Jones on Reference Roundtable.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those stories are very interesting.
They are.
And you know, I have talked about my love of Agatha Christie many times on here, and this is actually an Agatha Christie book, Peril at End House. It's one of hers. It's not one of the. Is it Sophie Hannah that's writing? It's Agatha Christie. This is a original Agatha Christie, and it's actually a large print version. So if you have trouble seeing smaller type, we have lots of large print Agatha Christie novels.
Awesome.
Cool. All right, let's go for this one. This is a classic.
Looks like a brand new copy.
Yeah,
too.
it's very nice
beautiful.
and new. The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. Did I say it wrong?
Yeah.
You said Caterpillar.
I did. Caterpillar. I was like, something didn't sound right. Anyway.
Been there, done that.
This is a new
It's
book,
probably
The
one of
Very
those-
Hungry
yeah,
Caterpillar.
One of those words I've always struggled with. Caterpillar. Anyway, I've always loved this book.
It's great.
I love that book.
And it's
Yeah.
always
It's
got the
so
fun
cute.
little.
I loved this page as a kid, and I wanted to eat the fruit so badly. Especially
Yeah.
When did it come out? It has been around
It's been
for
a long
like
time.
decades.
87.
Oh no.
Oh no, 69.
Yep.
Was the first time it was published.
Wow.
So 1969.
Wow.
So
It's been around a
definitely
long time.
before all of us.
Yep. And it's still checking out. So
A perennial
Very-
favorite.
hungry caterpillar.
We have another children's book here with a popular franchise, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This looks like one of the latest iterations from the Nickelodeon show. Oh, 5 books in one.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
So a lot of like really popular children's intellectual properties or series, whatever you want to call them, will have these 5-in-1 or multiple stories, one books thing. I know Disney does a lot of them. So if you're looking for bedtime stories, like checking out one of these babies can take care of you for a whole week. So if your kid's a fan of one of the Ninja Turtles, this would be a good one.
And we're hitting the classics today.
Oh.
This really doesn't need any introduction. It's The Tale of Peter Rabbit by Beatrix Potter. And I mean, everyone knows who that is.
It's precious for the season too.
Yeah.
Yes, good. Very appropriate for spring and summer.
Do you want me to save this?
I'll talk about that.
Okay. Well, we'll just keep going with the kids' books, though. We've got a children's nonfiction book. So it's a true story, and it's about Kobe Bryant. So we have a lot of nonfiction for children that are just, easier to read and shorter, obviously, but it just kind of tells his story.
I like that we have like biographies on pop cultural characters for kids because they'll be really interested in them. The stuff they're interested in.
We have tons of sports things as well.
Okay, I was spooked by this one. I've always hated this book cover. And I love Arthur, but this is the original Arthur book, if I remember correctly. This is
I think so, yeah. That's
Mark
like
Brown, Arthur's Eyes. And this is when Arthur actually looked like an aardvark. And if you compare this to the Arthur that most of us know and love, it's just, let me be nice with my words. This Arthur scared me as a kid. But if you want to get to the root of the Arthur story, then this is probably the one for you. And here's a picture of what everybody looked like originally. You can see Francine and Buster.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, that's Arthur still spooks me when he's drawn that way, but I love him and I love the show.
We did get a comment. Harriet says, "Did you know that Eric Carle recently died?
Oh,
Sad that there won't be any more of his delightful books."
Yeah, I do remember that one.
I agree.
That
Yes.
was very sad.
Hello, Harriet.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I remember one of my art teachers in grade school, we did like an Eric Carle Day thing, and she taught us how to like do these illustrations these paintings that kind of look like his illustrations.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool.
This is a graphic novel,
Oh.
The Nightmare Factory.
Ooh.
Don't know anything about it, but love showing off our graphic novel collection. We have tons of all kinds. We have youth ones and adult ones, and that one looks kind of spooky, if we're going to be honest.
It really does.
I mean, it is called The Nightmare Factory, so it's
That's
probably
a good clue.
not going to be happy stuff.
I think the like graphic novels are so great for travel. Like, I don't know, because when I'm on a plane or in a road trip or something, it's like I can't always focus on just like words on a page, and I don't know. I like to bring along a couple of those for that.
Yeah.
All
All right, we got a couple left. I'll do this one.
Okay.
It's called Thank You, Good Night. I don't know much about this book, but it looks very like 50s.
I
There's
like the cover. It's got
vinyl
like a
record and like
microphone.
a microphone. So I'm guessing it's about like about a 90s one-hit wonder.
20th century.
So that sounds kind of like a nice summer
good
read.
summer
A good music story too.
Mhm.
That calls to you, Michael.
This is the final book, and it looks like Jenna Bush Hager enjoyed it enough to put it in the Read with Jenna Club. So the former first daughter approves. With their long necks and matching buns and pink tights. Oh, it's the dancer. It's like the ballet Black Swan kind of spooky ballerina story. So if you liked the movie Black Swan, this would be like a read-alike book to that. It's like spooky accident or suspicious accident around a school's annual performance of the Nutcracker, mystery, ballerinas.
That'd be a good summer read.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's really popular too, as far as I know.
That's it. That's all we have for today. So thank you all for tuning in again. They will be back next week because I won't be here for another episode. So make sure you tune in because it's going to be a fun one. We did get one more comment quick. So got hooked by the dinos, so now it's going to be the mammals.
I was hoping you were watching. As soon as I saw that book, I was like, oh, I hope Anne sees.
Yes.
Great.
All right.
Well, these are all checked in and in the collection. So if you saw anything you liked, presumably there isn't a holds list, so you could reserve it today and get it very soon.
Yep, they're all here downtown. So, all right. Thank you everyone for watching.
All right.
Bye.
See you next time.